Okay. Let's see if this box is any luckier than yesterday's. Didn't get very many good hits yesterday, but there's a couple things that can go in new decks. Nice. Foil treasure token. Commons. There's the overpriced murder. Withering Torment, Killer's Mask. Oh yeah, that's the 5/4 for 3. But realistically it costs 5. Nice. Full Art Forest. The new take on dual lands. I like how they don't have a tap, comes in tapped or untapped requirement. There's the inspired by Toy Story one. That one looked fun. Yeah, pretty much anytime anything happens to it, it deals its damage to an opponent. That'd be great if you could throw lifelink on it. Nico, Light of Hope. Enters, create 2 shard tokens. Exile non-legendary creature you control. Shards become copies of it until the beginning of the next end step. And then return it. Okay, so you at least get it back. Hauntwood's Shrieker. Whenever it attacks, manifest red. So at least it's repeatable. And then you can flip stuff for 2, which is great. And then Full Art Land. Nice. Manifest token. Miscellaneous commons. Fear. Shroud Stomper. Krypton Lab. Untimely Malfunction. Yeah, this is going to be super handy in a lot of decks. Full Art Mountain. Got Reluctant Role Model. At the beginning of your second main, if it's tapped, put a flying lifelink or 1/1 counter on it. When it or another creature dies, if it had counters, shuffle those counters to whatever you want. Barbed Flare Gremlin. 3/2 for 4. First strike haste. Whenever a player taps a land for mana, if it's tapped, that player adds 1 mana of any type that land produced, then that land deals 1 damage to that player. Okay. So you can force a drain, or you can force burn on people for whenever they tap lands. That's nice. Overlord of the Boiler Bilges. I think pulled regular non-full art one of those in the other box yesterday. Double, or whenever they're damaged, they lose half their life rounded up. That's going to be a super good one. And a nice board wipe for white. Copy token, miscellaneous commons, the blue creature that opens rooms really easily, another full art. I don't know, are the full arts guaranteed now? Valgavoth's Onslaught. Did I see this one yesterday? No. Manifest Red X. That's a green and 2X. Then put that many 1/1 counters on each of those creatures. That's pretty good. If you're building Manifest, that'll be useful. Very useful. Oh, wow. I don't know, this isn't a reprint, is it? Redress Fate, it's got a miracle cost, and return all artifacts and enchantment cards from your graveyard to the battlefield. That's super cool. Actually, that's very useful for one of my decks. Balustrade Worm, saw that yesterday. Rip Spawn Hunter. At the beginning of your second main, if it's tapped, reveal the top X cards, where X is its power, and then put any number of creatures or vehicles in your hand. And then Nashi, also saw that yesterday. Glimmer token. Those stupid 13 life or less lands. I still think those were a bad idea. Wow, 3 of them in one pack. That's horrible. There. Uncommons, Full Art Island, another copy of Rip, Shriekwood Devourer, 7/5 for 7. Trample, whenever you attack with 1 or more creatures, untap up to X lands, where X is the greatest power among those creatures. That's very good. If you can find a way to cheat that out early, that'd put in a lot of work. Marina Vendril. Okay, new Wooburg commander. When they enter, reveal the top 7 cards of your library. Put all enchantment cards from among them into your hand and the rest in the bottom in random order. And you can tap to lock or unlock a door of target room you control. So, definitely a commander that's going to be focused around rooms. Full Art Land. Cursed Recording. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery, put a time counter on it. Then if there are 7 or more time counters on it, remove those counters and it deals 20 damage to you. And then whenever you cast an instant or sorcery this turn, you can copy it. It's going to be one of those cards that you're going to get to like 6 or you're gonna get to like 6 counters, and then you're gonna donate it to somebody. Manifest. More of those horrible lands. And even more of those horrible lands. Yeah, I think the full art lands are a guaranteed pull now from collector boosters. Got a Hedge Shredder. Whenever it attacks, mill 2. Whenever one or more lands are put into your graveyard, put them onto the battlefield tapped. That's going to be super useful in a Necro Bloom deck. Into the Pit, seen that. Marine Avenger's Grimoire, seen that. Unholy Annex Ritual Chamber, seen that yesterday. Unidentified Hover Ship. Yeah, saw that yesterday as well. So far, mostly just reprints, or mostly just duplicates of cards from yesterday. Treasure token. Bunch of commons. Bunch on commons. Full Art Mountain. Tale of Tameo. Also saw that yesterday. Sadistic Shell Game. Starting with the next opponent in turn order. Each player chooses a creature you don't control. Destroy the chosen creatures. Okay, so you hit 3 things off the board that you can't choose. I mean, you get to choose one of them. For 5. So it's at least got value. Chainsaw. 2 CMC. When it enters, deals 3 damage to up to 1 target creature. That's fine. Whenever one or more creatures die, put a rev counter on Chainsaw. An equipped creature gets +X/+0, where X is the number of rev counters on Chainsaw. That's very useful. Enduring Innocence and Enduring Vitality. Vigilance creatures you control have tap, add 1 mana of any color, and when it dies, if it was a creature, return it to the battlefield under its owner's control. It is now an enchantment. That's very, very handy. It's like a Cryptolith Rite that won't go away. Another treasure token. Commons. Swamp. Phenomenon Investigators. When it enters, choose Believe or Doubt. If you choose Believe, whenever a non-token creature you control dies, create a 2/2 black horror. Or, at the beginning of your end step, you may return a non-land permanent you own to your hand if you do draw a card. Okay. That's pretty decent. Ghost Vacuum, saw that yesterday. Leyline of Mutation, yep, one of the new ley lines. Undead Sprinter. Saw that yesterday, it's a very useful card. beast token. The commons. Uncommons. Nice plains there. The Wandering Rescuer. 3/4 for 5. It has flash, convoke, double strike. Other creatures you control have hexproof. Nice. Fear sleep paralysis. When it or another enchantment you control enters, and when you fully unlock a room, tap up to one target creature and put a stun counter on it. Stun counters can't be removed from permanents your opponent's control. Okay, so you can permanently tap down stuff in the form of stun counters. That's neat. Peter past the veil. Discard your hand, then draw X, where X is delirium, essentially. Wow. The same card. That's a little bit bullshit. When you unlock this door, search your library for a room card that doesn't have the same name as this room. Yeah. Commons and Gremlin token. Uncommons, full art, entity tracker, seen that yesterday. They came from the pipes. When it enters, manifest dread twice, and whenever a face down creature you control enters, draw a card. So yeah, good card for a room deck. Victor, Valgavoth's Seneschal. Whenever an enchantment you control enters, and whenever you fully unlock a room, Surveil 2. If this is the first time this ability is resolved this turn. Oh, Surveil 2 if it's the first time. If it's the second time, each opponent discards a card. If it's the third time, put a creature card from your graveyard under the battlefield under your control. That's pretty good. Another Undead Sprinter. Enduring Courage. Whenever another creature you control enters, it gets +2/+0 and gains haste. When it dies, if it was a creature, return it to the battlefield. Yep. Very good for red aggro decks. I could see like a 1 of or a 2 of being an easy include for Ral in standard. Oh wait, gotta take the lands out. Blazemark Verge. Zimone. Yeah, that's the... Oh no, this is the other Zimone. Okay. Whenever land you control enters, manifest dread. If it's the first time this ability is resolved this turn. Otherwise, you may turn a permanent you control face up. Yep. Fair. The Swarm Weaver. When it enters, create 2 1/1 black and green insect creature tokens with flying. And as long as there are 4 more card types, insects and spiders you control get +1/+1. Dissection Tools. When it enters, manifest dread, then attach Dissection Tools to that creature. Hey, nice. That's the Enduring something. What was this one called? Yeah, Enduring Tenacity. Whenever you gain life, target opponent loses that much life. And this is the... oh wow, this is the best pull you can get of it. It's the Showcase Foil, Fractured Foil. That is going in a sleeve immediately. Nice pull there. That's fucking good. Okay, that makes it up for the whole box. Nice. Okay, dissection tools. When it enters manifest red, then attach. Yeah, it's like all equipments in this. You manifest and then you attach it to it. Oh, its equip cost is sacrifice a creature. Wow, so you just have an equip outlet, or a sacrifice outlet at all times. Glimmer token and some commons. I still love this Terramorphic Expanse art. That's so cool. Uncommons, full art, Leyline. Oh shit, Valgavoth. Is this the only printing of Valgavoth? Let's check. This isn't the main Valgavoth. I think this is one that comes in one of the commander sets. Yeah, it's from one of the commander sets. So let's check this out. Okay, cool. Yep, whenever an opponent loses life for the first time during each of their turns, put a 1/1 counter on it and draw a card. Very good. Actually, that's legendary, so that goes over here. Overlord of the Hotwoods. I was also looking for this one. When it attacks or enters, create a tap colorless land token named everywhere that is every basic land type. It's great. Another Leyline. Another Victor. Last pack. Let's see if we can't get the other black enchantment. There's the commons. There's the uncommons. Full Art Swamp to send us off. Roller Crusher Ride. Source would deal non-combat damage to a permanent while you have Delirium. Double that damage instead. Cool. Ursine Monstrosity. That copy of that also came in the Commander deck. We got the FOMO. Everybody's got FOMO. When it enters, discard a card, then draw. If you have Delirium, whenever it attacks for the first time each turn, untap target creature. After this phase, there's an additional combat. Okay. During Courage, Chainsaw. Okay. So didn't get a... Okay, what was the other one I was looking for? Oh wow, apparently that last box actually wasn't that bad. I think it was the Doomsday Excruciator that I was looking for. No, what's it called? Swarm Weaver. Oh yeah, apparently there's a different card treatment for this one. It was weird. YouTube started auto-playing. do it this way then. Yeah, apparently this has a monster treatment, whatever that means. No. Weird. Okay, whatever. Yeah, I think it was Doomsday Excruciator that I was looking for. Literally just to get Black Devotion up. Yeah, the only ley line we didn't get was the black one. Unfortunately. Okay. Yeah, I think we did get the white ley line, didn't we? Yep, got a single copy of that. Luckily that's Ley Line of the Void isn't that expensive. Valgavoth would be super good. Yeah, I think I'll pick up a copy of that. Oh wow, the new land cycle's going for a lot too. Cool. Yeah. Good pulls then. What's the difference between these two? Yeah, I think this one's just a typo. Yeah, because this is just the regular printing. That's not what I clicked. Overlord the Hauntwoods, and then this will give me all the printings. Yeah, regular, extended art, regular foil. So this does not have doesn't have a Japanese printing. There we go. Okay, so you can get it in regular extended art foil and the it's the border that's different. I got it. This one is not the fractured foil then. This one's just the regular Japanese foil. Tenacity. Okay. Oh, it's the whole thing that's fractured foil. That's cool. Still, it's a good hit. Yeah, definitely. There's one more thing that I wanted to look up. There was a 4-cost black from Bloomborough, I think. I guess I was wrong. Anything that's 5 exactly? No. Yeah, it's the only one. That's what I was thinking of then. Don't think I got that pull. Definitely did not. Okay, $3, not bad. Ooh. Fuck off. Ooh, wow. Mana Crypt got hit. Shit. Yep. Nadu straight up banned. Okay. A lot of stuff getting banned. Wow. Let's see what the reasons are. So Dockside got hit, Jewel Lotus got hit, Mana Crypt got hit, and Nadu understandably got hit. Still a shame, but yeah, historically reflected that in the rules and ban list to encourage a slower pace of game. That's fine. Noticeably, since Strixhaven, we have seen a pattern of stronger mid-game cards that's leading to the player who skips past the early game being able to snowball their advantage straight through to the win. Occasional games like that are fine, but it shouldn't be common, and we're taking steps to bring that frequency down a bit by banning 3 of the most explosive plays in the format. Mana Crypt coming down for no mana on turn 1, it's quite possible to have the explosive start of Mana Crypt into a Signet or Talisman, land, and another Signet, leaving that player on tapping 5 mana on turn 2. Games going 12 plus turns, the accumulated threat of damage from Mana Crypt provides is a reasonable counterbalance for its explosive effect. Bling your snowball into a turn 6 to 8 win, it's a meaningless drawback. Jewel Lotus, another card that can give you 5 mana on turn 2. Jewel Lotus does it without even needing a good hand. Though you're restricted in what you can do with the mana, 4 and 5 mana commanders can pack a significant punch nowadays, and often draw cards to make up for the one-shot mana, and defensive abilities such as Ward can't be interacted with that early in the game. That's fine. I can see it with the prevalence of Ward nowadays. I can definitely see that being a problem. Dockside isn't normally quite as explosive in the early game, but it can still go mana positive on turn 2 and start generating substantial treasures after that. It's been on the board for years, and we've shied away from taking action in the past because the card is scaled well with the power level of the table, but it's a frequent contributor to the more egregious snowballing starts. Okay, so they're not so much concerned with Dockside infinites, or like a mid-game Dockside coming down. It's being able to draw Dockside turn 2, especially if you're late in the turn order, and getting 3, 4, 5 treasures, something around there. We're not banning Soul Ring and have no desire to yet. Based on the criteria we've talked about here, it would be banned. Soul Ring is the iconic card of the format and sufficiently tied to the identity of the format that it defies the laws of physics in a way that no other card does. Banning Soul Ring would be fundamentally changing the identity of the format. We aren't trying to eliminate all explosive starts. It happening every once in a while is exciting, and removing the other 3 cards geometrically reduces the number of hands capable of substantial above curve mana generation in the first few turns. There's another ban here, and it's explosive, but in a different way. Given that Nadu has been ejected from multiple formats at this point, it's no surprise that we took a close look at it for Commander. Sometimes hugely problematic cards in other formats are fine for Commander, but our observations of Nadu suggest its inherent play pattern is going to cause problems. Part of the problem is the way in which Nadu wins, where it takes a really long time to do non-deterministic sequences that can't be shortcut and might eventually fizzle out. There are no dedicated combo lines that you have to build the deck around. Dropping Nadu into a normal Simic shell still runs the risk of grinding the game down to a slog of resource accrual. It interacts badly with cards that are staples of casual play, most notably Lightning Greaves, meaning that decks where it gets thrown into without abuse intent can still create a situation where the player is monopolizing all the time in the game. That's not an experience we want to risk, so Nadu gets itself another ban. So they're explicitly banning Nadu not because it's good, but because it's boring to play against. And I think that's a fine reason for a ban. Wow. Yeah. That's big. Big ban list. So they're also, from the look of it, yeah, they're looking to possibly ban some or all of the silver bordered cards, especially the commander specific ones, which I wouldn't mind. Yep. Cool. Lutri's still banned. Did they unban? Nope, he's still here. The grizzly boy. I'm waiting. Flash is still banned. I thought they unbanned Flash. Ah, okay. New ban list. God. Hit a lot of cards. I'm gonna need to update a couple of decks then. When was this posted? We'll call it here then.